The question of whether Nintendo would reveal a new Smash game has become a bit of a meme over the past couple of years. When the Switch was released, everyone kept expecting a new Smash title to be revealed, but it never happened, which is why when Nintendo revealed Smash for the Nintendo Switch in their latest Direct, absolutely everyone freaked out. Hey guys, ArcadeCloud here, and today we're counting down our list of the top 10 fighters we want to see in Super Smash Bros. For Switch. If you're new to our channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with some friends. It's free. Number 10. Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight was a game that first released way back in 2014 on PC, and then the Nintendo 3DS and the Wii U. Since then, it's become a game that's been out on pretty much every platform there is, up to and including the PS Vita and the Amazon Fire TV. I mean, who even plays games on the Fire TV? This game was basically a love letter to the platforming classics, taking the gameplay and graphical styles of classic NES platformers and updating them for the more modern gamer. It's become an incredibly popular game, now with numerous DLC packs, and the character feels perfect for a future Smash game. Shovel Knight is a practitioner of the ancient code of chivalry, and as such can do pretty much anything with his mighty shovel blade. He lives by the creed of chivalry, smash mercilessly and dig tirelessly. He wears blue armor and a horned helmet, and of course is always found with his trusty shovel-based weapon. Naturally, his main form of attack is with the shovel blade. He has a horizontal strike called the dig slash, and can also jump over people and then come down on top of them with a shovel drop. Shovel Knight can also use some of the various relics in the game if he uses some magic capacity, allowing him to cast fireballs with things like the flare wand or avoid damage with the phase locket. It almost seems like his moveset is custom made to work with Smash. Plus he has an amiibo, so that's already taken care of. Number 9. Waluigi. We've got Mario. We've got Luigi. We've even got Wario. You know who we don't have? Waluigi! He was first introduced in Mario Tennis back in 2000, and since then he's been set up as Luigi's arch-rival. He tends to hang out with Wario with the purpose of causing as much mischief and mayhem as possible with his partner in crime. The early statements about the character stated Waluigi as being Wario's brains, which means he's a seriously underused character considering we never really get to see him do anything, unless you count Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, where he tries to take over the Mushroom Kingdom through the power of dance. When it comes to Smash, we can't exactly say that Waluigi has never been in the games. In both Brawl and Smash 4, he shows up as an assist trophy, meaning he could be summoned into the game by an item. When Waluigi's assist trophy was first displayed for the first time, Sakurai, the main man when it comes to Smash, even joked about Waluigi not becoming an actual character. He said, "Just because you try hard doesn't mean you'll make it into battle." I mean, come on Sakurai, give the Waluigi fans a break and let Waluigi become an actual playable character. You've teased us for long enough. Number 8. Toad, or Captain Toad. When you think of Toad, you probably don't think of a fighter that's capable of battling against characters like Link and Pikachu, right? Well, there's one version of Toad that's just as much of a badass as any other character in the Smash roster, Captain Toad. Okay, well maybe badass is used a little bit lightly. Captain Toad is a red toad who goes around dressed in some adventure gear, an oversized backpack, and a big headlamp. He's the leader of the Toad Brigade, which is a group that helps Mario in Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Captain Toad doesn't just show up in Mario games though, he has his own title on the Wii U and on the Switch, coming soon, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. In this game, Captain Toad can fight back using power-ups, wielding weapons like the Super Pickaxe, and picking turnips up out of the ground to use as weapons. Captain Toad can't jump in this game or in any of the other games he makes appearances in, so that might make his transition over to being a playable character in the Smash franchise a little difficult, but still it would be awesome to see the little Toad finally get some recognition he deserves with a place on the Smash roster. Number 7. Springman or Ribbon Girl from ARMS. When the Switch came out, it brought with it a whole host of new games, one of which was the successful fighter ARMS. ARMS took fighting games into a new realm of possibility, allowing players to actually use the controllers of the Nintendo Switch and physically punch with them to emulate a genuine fighting experience. Although this has been done on Wii Sports with Wii Boxing before, but this one was a little more accurate. Two of the most recognizable characters from the game are Springman and Ribbon Girl, the sort of poster children of the ARMS franchise. Springman has arms that are literally made of springs, and his blue hair looks a lot like a spring too. He's a happy-go-lucky character with training on his mind and uses the default arms of Toaster the Boomerang and the Tri-Bolt. Ribbon Girl has ribbons for arms and is actually an idol in the ARMS world. She can jump multiple times, wears a pink mask on her face, and supposedly loves hanging out with her fans. Because these two characters would both work in pretty similar ways, I would kind of suggest that Nintendo just make an ARMS fighter character and then have these two as different skins for that character. Kind of like male and female Corrin in Smash 4. In Smash 4, Corrin has alternate costumes that turn him female, so it wouldn't be too hard for Nintendo to do the same thing with Springman and Ribbon Girl. Number 6. Solaire from Dark Souls. Okay, hold on a minute, we'll get there. No one was expecting Dark Souls to be announced for the Nintendo Switch. I mean, it's Dark Souls. It's a terrifying game where you die over and over again. That doesn't exactly fit well with Nintendo's family-friendly, fun style of games production. But then again, neither does Doom, which also came out on the Switch, so I guess that's been thrown out the window. But that doesn't mean we aren't excited about Dark Souls coming to the Switch. In fact, I feel the opposite of that, and I think it'd be pretty awesome if Solaire was actually in Smash Bros. Solaire is a warrior of the sunlight who appears throughout Dark Souls. He is jolly and strong, and you can even fight alongside him in certain boss fights throughout the game. He's equipped with the Sunlight Straight Sword, the Sunlight Shield, the Sunlight Talisman, the Lightning Spear Miracle, the Great Heal Miracle, the Iron and Sun Armor Set, and the Orange Shard Ring. Basically, I see Solaire being this slow and tanky sword character, and considering he already has an amiibo, that might not be too far away from the truth. Number 5. Tails. We've already had one character from the Sonic universe, so why not expand the roster with some of his friends, mainly Tails? While you have floaty characters and characters that have multiple jumps in Smash, you don't really have anyone that can properly hover around at one altitude and fly. This might end up breaking the KO mechanic of the game, but obviously this could be tweaked slightly for Smash. It would be really cool if you could have Tails in Super Smash Bros. 5, and for that to basically be his niche, just flying around. Tails is a genius and a pilot, but not really an all-out brawler, so I'm thinking that Tails could basically just be this super technical character that has a lot of items at his disposal to throw towards people while he's flying around. Plus, it's another Sonic character, and Sonic characters overall just have good character design. Number 4. Crash Bandicoot. The Crash Insane trilogy was recently revealed to be coming out on Nintendo Switch, which got me thinking about how cool it would be if he was in the next Smash Bros. Crash is one of those classic old-school 90s 3D platformer characters, originally showing up in the 1996 game Crash Bandicoot. The character was a genetically enhanced Bandicoot, and the games see him fight off against his creator, Dr. Neo Cortex. Crash has a whole bunch of attacks at his disposal, but the most obvious and instantly recognizable move is when he spins really fast and turns into a tornado. He's basically able to knock away anything in his path, and I think that would make for a really interesting side B. Number 3. The Squid Sisters or Off the Hook. Splatoon is quickly becoming one of the most popular shooters in Japan. Its fun arcadey style is an instant classic not just there, but across the globe. Because of the game's international success, it wouldn't surprise anyone if they brought in more characters from the franchise, like the Squid Sisters, an idol group made out of Callie and Marie, used to host the Inkopolis news program. Secretly, though, the pair are badass agents fighting off against the threats of the evil Octarians. It would be really cool if we got a 2-in-1 character in this game, kind of like the Ice Climbers from past Smash games. We haven't had a character like that in so long, and Smash for the Switch is really the perfect opportunity to reintroduce the concept of a pair of brand new characters. They could be really cool too, like their final Smash could be them pulling up a stage and performing a song or something. A song of death, I guess. Number 2. Cappy or Cappy Mario. So sure, we've had Mario in like every Smash game, but recently Mario got a bit of an upgrade. His hat went from being a humble piece of fabric to a living being, capable of unleashing some pretty powerful attacks. Wouldn't it be seriously cool if Nintendo introduced a new form of Mario in the next game, like if they removed Dr. Mario and instead put Cappy Mario into the game? It would be pretty cool to be able to use Cappy's abilities in Smash. Maybe you could swap bodies with your enemy for a little while or something. An ability like that would be really interesting in a Smash game, and I'm sure there's loads of other things that Nintendo could think of doing with this awesome cap-based character, considering the uniqueness of its moves in Mario Odyssey. Number 1. The Breath of the Wild Champions. Possibly the biggest game to release on the Nintendo Switch so far is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It had a Wii U port too, but the Switch one is obviously the better game. No questions asked. It was a wide and expansive game that kept people coming back for more time and time again. Oh, and it introduced some pretty cool new characters. I would be happy for any of the Breath of the Wild champions to become characters in the new Smash. Daruk was the Goron champion. He lived in Goron City in the Elden Canyon and was considered to be an incredibly powerful warrior due to his offensive capabilities and his skill with his prized Boulder Breaker weapon. Daruk is courageous and will do anything to try to complete his goal of defeating Calamity Ganon. After completing Daruk's Guardian, Link will obtain Daruk's Protection. This is an ability that allows the user to become shielded by an impenetrable barrier, at least for 3 hits. Basically, this guy could be an extreme tank with a pretty hardcore offensive side. Mipha is the princess of the Zora and lived in the palace of Lanayru. Is that how you pronounce that? Lanayru? Whatever, Zelda buffs will correct me in the comments. While quiet and shy, she too is a courageous individual with a lot of willpower. She's more of a supportive character, and her ability Mipha's Grace revives you once on death and restores all of your health. This seems a little bit overpowered for a game like Smash, so maybe if she was in the game she would have some sort of percent regain ability like the Wii Fit Trainer or Peach's Final Smash. Next up is the Rito champion Revali, who comes from the Rito village. He's a natural flyer and adept with a bow, but will do anything to improve himself. So much so that he injures himself quite often in trying to better his abilities. He's a pretty arrogant character, but in truth that arrogance is just to hide his insecurity. But all of that fades away when he realizes his duty to try to defeat Ganon. Revali's Gale allows you to fly up much higher by summoning an updraft, so it's likely that in Smash, Revali would be a pretty aerial-based character with some nasty ranged attacks. Finally, we have Urbosa, the badass Gerudo chieftain of Gerudo Town. She's a strong and courageous woman who got on well with Zelda and held a great admiration for Zelda's as dedication. Urbosa's fury strikes nearby enemies with vicious lightning. This, combined with her muscular appearance, paints the image of a hard-hitting character with some pretty impressive electrical-based special attacks. Plus, all 4 of them have amiibos, again making the case that Nintendo could have been planning to include them in Smash all along. And there you have it, our list of the top 10 fighters we want to see in Super Smash Bros. On the Switch. Do you agree? Did we miss something? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more great videos from ArcadeCloud on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Take care and game on.